Hi, everybody. This is Massaro here with you, your life and leadership coach, speaker, teacher, trainer. Wow, it's such an amazing opportunity to be all of this for you. And it's been a while again since I've been on, but I'm here today. And we're going to be talking about a really amazing topic that I think is vital for every woman to know. And when you know these things, it's very easy for you to be a fascinating woman, right? And today we're continuing the talk about our husbands, right? The man in your life, your husband, your fiance. Well, for me, it's husband, because some of the things I have to talk about has to do with when you have a husband. As a Christian woman, I believe in holding yourself for your husband. But there are some things here that every woman needs to know, whether you are engaged waiting for your husband, waiting to get married, whatever the situation is in your life. There's some things, some basic things that you need to know about a man, or know about your husband, what your husband expects of you, right? So my topic today is 5 basic needs, your husband's 5 basic needs. And these needs really make him happy. It brings out happiness in him. It brings out peace in his heart. It brings out like in his heart, he feels like you care. And in turn, you're gonna reap the rewards of being a fascinating woman towards your husband, right? So today we're gonna only touch on one point every day. For the next 5 days, we will be touching on each point. Okay, so as we know, or we should know at this point, the key to a successful marriage is unselfishness. When we as women are unselfish in our ways towards our husbands, towards our marriage, things are easier, right? Your life is easier. And putting your spouse's needs above your own, right? Putting your needs above, putting your husband's needs above your own will put you on the right track. And I'll give you an example of that. That example is going to take up most of our time today. Let's say, for instance, you made an appointment to go to the spa, right? I know we ladies, we like to pamper ourselves and make ourselves look beautiful. And let's say you're the type of woman who like going to the spa, spending time at the spa and all of that. And you made this appointment to go pretty up yourself, but that day you had so many different errands to run, and the time ran out, and you didn't get to prepare dinner for your husband to cook and all of that. And you know, the time is just running out, and he's coming home soon, and there's no dinner ready for him as yet, right? The time that you take to go to the spa and come back, he's home and there's no dinner. And what are you going to do? What are you going to do about that? What if the time runs out, what are you going to do about that? I think you know already what you're supposed to do. Are you going to go to the spa still and say, well, I need a girl's day out. I need to get myself looking pretty, and let him make something for his dinner. Are you going to say that? Or are you going to take the time, you know, go home, cancel your appointment for the spa. You can go to the spa tomorrow. You can go another day in the week, right? And you know, he'll appreciate you for the decision that you make to come home and prepare a beautiful meal for him. He will appreciate the fact that you had something to do, but you didn't do it. Something for yourself, but you didn't do it because you wanted to make him happy. You put him first. You understand that, you know, he was out making the bread, basically working so hard to provide for you, especially if you have kids, for you and your kids. And you chose him over going to the spa. He would love you for it. He would appreciate you for it, right? And so we women, we as wives, we have to understand that putting our husbands above our own needs is not, it's not you submitting to some futile role as a wife. It's you loving your husband. You make that decision to put his needs first because you love him, because you care for him, because you want to make him happy. And so, ladies, you know, these are things that we really, really need to keep in our hearts as women, as wives of a husband. He chose to be with us. He chose, or he chose to be with you. He chose to marry you. He chose to spend the rest of his life with you because in his heart, he believed that you have his best interest at heart. So do you really have his best interest at heart? I want you to take the time today to think about that. Okay, so a man is, when he comes home and there is no table, what do you think is going to happen when there is no dinner cooked? He's been out all day long toiling and working. And men have various types of jobs, right? It could be physical, it could be mental, it could even be emotional types of jobs. If even he's in an office working all day, he's still tired, even though it may not be physical, because he's using his mind all day long, right? He's using his intelligence of his mind. If he's doing a body type of work, he's using his strength all day long. And you know, whatever type of job, if he's a doctor or even a nurse, if he's whatever types of jobs that he's doing, and he comes home, number one, he wants to know his wife is there waiting for him, because you know, he needs somebody, that softness when he come home from that rough world. And these are things that we have to understand as wives. It's a rough world out there, and when he comes home and he just wants to leave that at the door and come inside and just be with you and have fun with you and just sometimes unravel with you. So give him that opportunity. So I just want to tell us, ladies, wives today, not just ladies, wives, if even for those of you who are basically getting ready to get married, whether you're engaged or you're still looking for your husband, but you want to get married one day, you make up your mind to get married one day. These are things that you need to know. These are things that you need to, this is something that you need to be prepared for. Okay, is to be unselfish about what you do for your husband, your mindset towards your husband. Okay, there is something in that unselfishness that I want to talk to you about, and that is the number one need, really. I just wanted to talk about the unselfishness to bring you into those 5 needs. So I'm going to talk to you today about that, about one need of his, and as I said before, the next 4 days I'll tell you about the others. So The first one is recreational companionship, right? So show your husband that you care about him by showing interest in his hobbies, right? Show him interest. Show some interest, for even if you don't like it, if it's not your thing, show some interest. And I'll tell you a little story about myself, about my own marriage when it comes to showing interest in my husband's hobbies. Now, there are a few similarities in what me and my husband have in common. Like, for instance, we sing. We're both singers. We're both praise and worship leaders. You know, we love to sing. The way we worship is very similar. The way we praise and worship it's kind of like the same. I like being home all the time, and you know, just relaxing at home after I work from home. So even after a day of being in front of the computer or working or homeschooling my daughter, I just want to just unwind at home. I don't really like to go out, even on the weekend. I just like to stay home with my husband and my daughter. I just like to just be here. You know, it's just us. But my husband likes to go out, and he likes to have fun with his family, with me, or sometimes with myself and our daughter together. We just go out, and he likes to do all these spontaneous things. And so even if I don't feel like going outside, but he wants to, I go with him because he needs that companionship. And when I go out and I have fun with him, I enjoy what I do with him because he makes it fun. He creates this fun environment for me to like it. So when it's time for us to go out, it's easy for me to say yes because I know he's going to do something fun, right? Or we talk about it before we go out, and it's just fun. So this is one way that I show interest. Another thing is game night. My husband loves sports. I'm not particularly a big sports fan, but since I met him, I just love every sport that he likes to get involved in. So we have a game night. We have a game night that, you know, when he says, oh, tonight is basketball night, or tonight is football night, or tonight is some other sport that he likes. So we make it like a date night. If it's not like a family night, where we bring our daughter into the play and we just have fun together, have all the snacks and stuff out so that we can just have fun together. Or a date night where it's just me and him. And we'll have all the snacks come out and we lay them down there, and he'll have the remote control in his hand, and he's getting the screen set up for us to watch the game. And I'll tell you something, I just want to know what team is his. and when that team scores, I just jump up and I get all excited, genuinely. It's not fake. Genuinely happy and excited with him. You would think that I'm in the game, you know, and I'm getting all excited, and he would just look at me with this beautiful gleam, or you know, just sense of adoration in his eyes, and he'll make a few remarks like, you know, it's so good to have you here. And if you've been following me long enough, you'll know that I just moved here to Syracuse, and we spend most of our marriage apart in terms of a long distance marriage. So we're just coming together, and for him, this is just beautiful to have his wife sit with him and watch the game, right? And just enjoy his team and have fun together. And he'll be like, I thank you so much for just sitting here with me and enjoying this game. Sometimes when the team is not winning, I will fall asleep, while the game is on, and he'll wake me up and be like, oh, we lost. And I'm like, I'm sorry, you know. And if they win, sometimes they win and I still fall asleep in the couch, and that's pretty rare because most of the time the game is pretty exciting. But I'm saying all this to tell you, take that interest in the things that he loves. My husband is not everything that I have interest in or that I love that he will take that interest. But I don't care. I don't mind. I want to make him happy. And it's not because he don't have interest in what I do that I don't have interest in what he does. That's not how I play it. I want my husband to be happy. I understand that some of the things that I have interest in, it's all feminine stuff, and he will support me, but you may not see him around, or sometimes you might see him in one of my videos and all of that, but not everything that I have interest in that he has the same interest, right? But I show interest in the things that he loves because I love him and I want to make him happy. I want him to smile and have those glitter in his eyes, and I want him to experience all those different feelings and emotions that he experienced every time I support him. Okay, so ladies out there, take the interest to be there, be his recreational companion. Go for walks with him. If you don't like to walk and go outside all the time, go for walks with him. Watch the game with him. You know, go for a drive somewhere with him. Whatever. Go to the movies. We like movies as well. And we go to the movies and we laugh together, like we're in our living room and stuff like that. Do things that you show interest in together, and do things that he has that interest, but you don't particularly have that kind of interest, but you do it to support him. Okay? Unselfishness. That's the key. That's the key to a man's heart, is when you're unselfish towards him. All right? I want to thank you so much for just joining me today and just, you know, just listening to me just tattle off. I want to say thank you again, and have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful evening, afternoon, morning, wherever you are. I love you, and I will see you tomorrow again to talk to you about the second basic need of your husband that he would just adore you for. Okay? Have a wonderful evening. I want to say something as well, that as you know about Fascinating Womanhood. I have made some changes as to how I operate when it comes to the class. I have a private group now for all my students, all the students who would like to take the Fascinating Womanhood class. All the classes would be on my private group. So anyone who would like to take that class, of course, it's a paid class. You can call me and I can give you all the details, or you can check out my website. Those things I would have all that information, I would have on my group, or I would constantly be posting it on the group Fascinating Womanhood closed group. But I have a private group that is only for students. Okay, so I just wanted to give you that little announcement. All right, so have a wonderful evening, and God bless you until tomorrow again. I love you, and see you again. Bye-bye.